Okay, now let's do triple draw procedure again and see what happens if we run out of cards in the middle of the draw phase. Okay, so we're going to do our small blind and big blind again. I'm just going to deal out the hand and have everybody discard 5 cards every time until I run out of cards. So we're starting off, just giving everybody 5 cards. I'm going to have everybody call and check. Now, I announce discards. A reminder, do not burn, just watch the discards. 5. Everyone's going to discard 5. So now I tap, burn, 5. Slide down to the discards. 5. Slide into the discards. 5. Slide around, and 5. After I slide my discards over to the muck. Right, so another betting round, everybody checks, discards, have everybody do 5 again. After the last person, I can tap and burn, 5. Slide these down to the discard, 5. And now I know I only have a few cards left, so I'm very careful when I pitch these out. Now I can see I only have 1 card left. You can never pitch the last card. I have to stop and reshuffle. Okay? So this is why it's important that I have my discard and my muck. All the cards that were discarded this round have to stay here. Okay? The muck I can reshuffle and use again. So I'm going to take this last card, put it down right here. I'm going to take my cut card, put it over the discards. So there's 4 things you have in front of you. The discard, the muck, the burns, and the last card from your stub. These 3 we can slide together and shuffle. The discard has to stay out. Okay? So I'm going to scramble these. Now when you bring these together, you have to keep them flat on the table. I can't lift them up like this because there's only a few cards here. You can only have 10 or less cards here. So if people see any of them, they're going to know. So we have to keep everything flat, and then you just have to fix it flat on the table. If you have enough cards, you can do the full shuffle, shuffle, box, shuffle. If you only have 8 cards or fewer, you can just do a scramble and cut. So now I've finished. Now I can take my cut card back. Again, we have to flip it, and it's extra important to flip now because you don't want cards being stuck there. Flip, cut. Now it's also important to remember I have to burn before I do anything else. So now I was over here, he needed 5, so I can just go back and finish 5, the procedure. Okay, now if you remember, this was the second draw phase, but right now I only have 1 burn card. So after I slide my discards over, I'm going to take 1 card from the middle and slide it up. Okay, so now everybody knows 2 burn cards means 2 draw phases, 1 draw phase left. Okay, so now goes around, everybody checks, our last discard phase, and again, we're going to have everybody do 5. So I tap, I burn, 5. Slide down, 5. Slide over. So now again I have 1 card. But let's just show what happens if I had 2 cards. So I say 5, and I pitch 1 card, and now I notice I have 1 card left. So what I'm going to do is the same procedure, but I just have to remember I gave him 1 card already. So again, this card goes down. My cut card covers the discards, and now I'm going to take these 3, scramble them, straighten the cards face down on the table and shuffle. Take my cut card back, flip it, burn one time. Now before he had 5 cards, I gave him 1. I don't need to say anything, just continue dealing. So I gave him 4 more cards for a total of 5. Slide these down, 5. Slide down. Move these over. Now because it's the last round, I still need to fix my burns so players know that it's the last round. Drop my stub, and then the players finish betting and then showdown. Okay, so the important things to remember are players need to discard before you burn. So after you bring in the bets, or if everybody checks around, you just announce discards and watch. After the last player discards, then you tap, burn, and then deal out the cards. When you're dealing the cards, say how many cards before you pitch. 3. And then slide down. The next person, pat. Next person, 1. Okay? And then when you finish, slide the discards over to the muck. Okay?